I want you to think about the one place where you feel completely safe, your home, your private space, the one place nobody can enter without your permission. Now imagine finding out that someone had a key to that space, and had been using it, while you were there, while you were sleeping, while you had no idea. This is the story of how my landlord thought he owned not just my apartment, but my entire life, and how I made sure he paid for every single second of it. My name is not important. What's important is that 18 months ago, I moved into what I thought was my dream apartment. 3rd floor, corner unit, Nashville, Tennessee. $950 a month, incredible deal for the area. The landlord, I'll call him Mr. Briggs, showed me the place himself. Late 50s, friendly smile, reminded me of someone's grandfather. He told me he lived in the building too. Ground floor unit, said he liked to keep an eye on things personally. I thought that was reassuring. I signed the lease that same afternoon. 1-year contract, standard terms, or so I thought. I didn't read every line carefully enough, and that was my first mistake. The first month was completely fine. Apartment was clean, quiet building. Neighbors kept to themselves. But around week 5, I started noticing things were slightly off. Small things at first. My kitchen chairs weren't exactly where I left them. A coffee mug I always kept on the left side of the shelf was suddenly on the right. I told myself I was imagining it, moving things without thinking. Stress from work. Then one evening I came home from the gym and noticed my bathroom door was open. I always close my bathroom door, even when I'm alone. It's just a habit. I stood in the doorway of my apartment, staring at that open bathroom door for a long time. I closed it, tried to forget about it, but 2 days later I found something I absolutely could not explain away. My laptop was on my kitchen table. I had left it on my couch. I know because I remember closing it on the couch. Before I left for work that morning, I sat down very slowly, and I started thinking very carefully. That night I pulled out my lease agreement, all 14 pages of it, and I read every single word. On page 9, buried in a paragraph about maintenance and property access, I found it, a clause that stated, landlord reserves the right to enter the premises at any time for the purposes of property inspection, maintenance assessment, or emergency response, without prior notice. Without prior notice. I stared at that sentence for a long time. Now in most US states this clause is actually illegal. Landlords are legally required to give at least 24 hours notice before entering. But I didn't know that yet, and Mr. Briggs clearly knew I didn't know, because the very next day, I decided to test my theory. I left for work at my normal time, but instead of going to the office, I drove around the block and parked where I could see the building entrance. I sat there for 2 hours. At the 47-minute mark, Mr. Briggs walked out of the building entrance, carrying what looked like a small toolbox. He looked left and right, then went back inside. I gave it 5 minutes. Then I went back upstairs. My bathroom door was open again. This time I didn't close it. I took a photo, and I called my friend Maya, who happened to be a paralegal. Maya picked up on the second ring. I told her everything. The moved objects, the open door, the clause, the toolbox, what I had just witnessed. She was quiet for a moment. Then she said, that clause is completely unenforceable. In Tennessee, landlords must give 24 hours written notice before entry, except in genuine emergencies. What he's doing is illegal entry. Possibly worse depending on what he's doing in there. Possibly worse. Those 2 words sat in my stomach like a stone. Maya told me exactly what to do next. Step 1, do not confront him yet. Step 2, document everything. Step 3, get evidence of the illegal entry. That night I ordered 3 small, wireless security cameras online. Next day delivery. I placed them in 3 spots, 1 hidden on my bookshelf facing the front door, 1 in the kitchen facing the hallway, 1 small one in the corner of my bedroom, facing the door just in case. Then I went to work like normal. And I waited. I didn't have to wait long. 2 days after setting up the cameras, I got a motion alert on my phone at 11:23 a.m. I was at my desk at work. I opened the app with shaking hands. And there he was. Mr. Briggs. Walking through my front door. With his own key. No knock. No notice. Just walked straight in. I watched the footage on my phone. Barely breathing. He went to my kitchen first. Opened drawers. Looked through my cabinets. Then he went to my bedroom. I watched him stand in the doorway of my bedroom, just looking around. He picked up a photo frame from my nightstand, looked at it, put it back slightly crooked. Then he walked out. The whole thing lasted 11 minutes. I sat in the work bathroom for 20 minutes. After watching that footage, just processing what I had seen. This wasn't maintenance. This wasn't emergency access. This man was walking through my personal space whenever he felt like it, going through my things, looking at my photographs. And he had been doing it the entire time I lived there. I called Maya back immediately. She told me 3 words: save everything. Everything, and then she told me what we were going to do next. Over the next 2 weeks, I collected footage of Mr. Briggs entering my apartment illegally 4 more times. 4. Each time clearly recorded. Timestamps. Crystal clear video. His face. His key. Everything. Maya connected me with a tenant rights attorney named David Cole. David looked at my footage and lease and smiled slowly. He said, "This is one of the cleanest cases of illegal landlord entry I've seen in years." We filed a complaint with the Tennessee Human Rights Commission. We filed with the local housing authority. And David sent Mr. Briggs a formal legal notice. The look on Mr. Briggs' face when he was served with legal papers in the lobby of his own building. I happened to be walking by when it happened. That grandfather's smile completely disappeared. He looked up and saw me watching. I gave him a small nod and kept walking. The case settled 3 months later. Mr. Briggs was found guilty of repeated illegal entry and invasion of privacy. He was required to pay me 6 months' rent back in full, $5,700, pay my legal fees, provide a formal written apology, and sell the building to a property management company, because the housing authority revoked his landlord license permanently. He lost his building over a bathroom door. I moved out of that apartment the day the settlement was signed. Found a great place across town. Professional property management company. Everything above board. But I want to leave you with something important, because this happens more than you think. Number 1. Always read your lease completely. Every page. Every paragraph. If a clause seems wrong, it probably is. Number 2. Know your tenant rights. In most US states, landlords must give 24 to 48 hours written notice before entering. No exceptions except genuine emergencies. Number 3. If something feels off in your home, trust that feeling. A 30 security camera could save you months of violation and stress. Number 4. Document everything. Photos, videos, timestamps, written records of every interaction. This is what wins cases. And number 5. You have more legal power as a tenant than most landlords want you to know. Don't be afraid to use it. If this story made your jaw drop, drop a comment below. Would you have confronted him immediately? Or done what I did and built the case first? Subscribe to Hallway Stories for a new shocking story every single week. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Know your rights.